PLP! All the way! All the way! PLP! All the way!
All right, after the ladies were making fun of my dance last night, I'm not doing that anymore. So to quote Sidney Poitier, when he received the Academy Award in 1964, he said, "It's been a very long journey." And I want to tell you tonight that the magic number is 845. So that's the number. Head out to Sabas, to Island Luck, to Flowers, to Chances, to Shore Wind, and Percy's Red Cafe. 845. And I won my 10%. First, I'd like to thank the Prime Minister. In personal terms, this victory to me is an affirmation of my humanity after a particularly noxious campaign. I want to thank the Prime Minister for his affirmation of my humanity because the public statement which he made is unusual for a leader to do, but it came after a particularly nasty set of comments generated in the public. And this suggested that somehow I was less than human. It will take all my Christian charity to forgive it, but I want to thank him all the same for that affirmation. Secondly, I want to point out that had we not succeeded today or tonight, there was a consequence which would follow in our system. It meant that there was a repudiation of the Prime Minister as head of the Cabinet's decision and would have led to my resignation from the Cabinet. I wrote that resignation this morning just in case. And then I remembered what happened back in the 1970s when Lyndon Pinling, there was a committee of the House which condemned the government's performance with one of the public corporations. And Loftus-Roker ended up offering his resignation, which was ultimately refused. But that was the serious point at which we were this morning. I hope that those who are planning to go into public life will look at what has happened over these last few days and see what it is to have grace under fire, and to also understand that as public figures, you can't be a crybaby in public. It's a real serious game. And I said that to someone who I hope hears me tonight. Secondly, I want to thank all delegates to this convention for supporting me, those who voted for me, those who voted against me. I wish the lady well. I want to thank, in particular, my family, the Fox Hill branch, and those people from Fox Hill, PYL, who had the men's branch. And I know Patricia Clare from the women's branch did a lot of work to help make this successful. The staff in particular at Gambia House, the Lyndon Pinling Center, Luna May, Barbara Cartwright, Ms. Walker in particular. It's time now to go on to win the by-election in West Grand Bahama and Bimini. And then the general election in 2026. I wish, though, to offer an apology to the constituency of North Andros and the Berry Islands, and to South and Central Andros and Mangrove Key. Last evening, in the crush of my calling all the names of members of Parliament, I omitted the names of those two members of Parliament, Leonardo Lightburn and Leon Mundy. This caused a political problem overnight in those two constituencies. And I wish to say that it was inadvertent, and that by no means did I mean to leave out their contributions to the government. There is good coming to Andros, North and South, and the Berry Islands, and I congratulate them. So now I begin the long goodbye with a tour of all of the islands of our country and communities that I visited during the past 6 years as chairman of this party, to try and take up on all the themes that I've been asked to look at during this campaign. It was a real special honor, privilege, and pleasure, the job of my life, to be chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party. And it will be very interesting going around the country with what I call the long goodbye, assuming the Lord will tarry. So thank you all, delegates. It was a resounding victory from the bottom of my heart. And I always like to remember this. The forest road is dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. May the Lord be with you and watch between us while we're absent one from another. Thank you. PLP.